Once upon a time, there was a married couple. They were as happy as could be together. They were living life to the fullest. They both had jobs and had lots of free time to do fun things together. They didn't think that life could get any better until they had their first child. They were beyond excited about this child being born and could just not wait. Life seemed so perfect for them. They had a house, cars, jobs, and a baby on the way. They just couldn't wait. The first child was finally born. They just didn't even know what to do with themselves. They were just so excited. Life just seemed so perfect to them. So they carried on with their daily lives with this newborn baby. Things were going great. Let's fast forward 2 years until a time where things were still going good. They were still living great lives. They made the decision to have a second child in their lives. So they made the decision and carried on with their life until the child came. So once again, they were just beyond excited about this newborn child coming into their lives. This child finally came and everything was great until the oldest child finally started to realize that this newborn child was getting more attention than the oldest child. This really made things difficult because the oldest child was already starting to have a sense of sibling rivalry at an early age. The oldest child hated how much the younger child got attention, and he really acted on it. Let's fast forward again until they were both a little bit older. Every time that either of these kids got a new toy, they would both have to get one. This really got bad, and it didn't even matter if one of them got something for their birthday. The other sibling had to get something. It was just out of hand at this point. Parents really started to realize all this was happening. Was unsure of what to do at this point, especially since they had a third child on the way, and they were just overwhelmed at this point. They were excited for this third child to come, but they were worried about all the sibling rivalry at the same time. So the third child came along, and then things just started to become out of control. Parents were just now overwhelmed and didn't know what to do. Things started to get a little bit better for them, while the kids were kind of overall who gets what, until one summer when their grandparents just built a new cottage on the lake. The oldest child had gotten a pair of water skis for his birthday. He couldn't wait to use them. Summer rolls around, and the oldest child gets to use his new pair of water skis. He loved them. Second child saw how much fun he was having on them and then wanted his own pair of water skis, so he whined and whined until his parents gave him some water skis because his brother had them. So the second child gets a pair of water skis and loves them. The third child finally grows up a little bit and sees them having so much fun with their water skis and thinks that she needs a pair too. And because of all this jealousy, so they all enjoyed water skiing for the summer. And then one of the oldest siblings' friends had gotten a wakeboard, and he tried it and came home to his parents and said, "I want a wakeboard." So the oldest child got one. They brought it to the lake again, and they loved it. They all had fun riding it. So they all wanted one. The second child got one and loved it. Then the youngest child got one and used it once but hated it. After getting this wakeboard, the youngest child hated her water skis and the wakeboard, never used them again. Family was just going downhill in a case of sibling rivalry, so the parents decided to do a little bit of research on sibling rivalry. Found that some things about Eric Erickson on a series about sibling rivalry and how he thinks that is caused by kids. So really trying to figure out who they are, and he says that sibling rivalry starts after the second child because the first child starts to figure out things out, and the second comes along and things are different, and that's what causes it. Family was more than overwhelmed during these years, but it was glad to see the kids grow up. Now after these episodes, In different cases of sibling rivalry, they have learned to like each other again and now are way better friends than ever before.